Here are 4 ways that I make sure my preschool students know all of their numbers by the end of preschool. Number 1 is explicit instruction. Even the most meaningful play-based classroom without the explicit language and skills taught to students, the majority of students are not going to retain that information. There are lots of studies showing that the majority of students, up to 80%, need explicit instruction in order to retain the information. About 20% can learn it naturally and inclusively throughout the classroom, but they do need the explicit instruction. It can be short and you can have a majority play-based day, but explicit instruction is necessary. Numbers happen naturally throughout the classroom, obviously, but I explicitly teach them in January, and I teach 2 numbers a week. So every 2 days we teach a new number. I'm going to share my number cards with them. This is what the number 1 looks like. It's one big line. I use handwriting without tears language, so number 1 is just one big line down. I want everybody to show me one finger. 1. Good. Something on your body that you only have one of?
One nose.
One nose. One head.
One head.
One mouth.
One mouth.
Yeah. What one object looks like on a tens frame, what one looks like on a dice, one item in a jar, and then I'll introduce them to tally marks. So this is my introduction to the number each day, is using my number cards. On the back it has how the number is written, one big line, one nose, one mouth, one head, and then some things that they can do. I want you to hold up one finger, take one step, clap one time. See it in the world, one sun. There's only one sun in the sky. So that explicit instruction is only going to take about 2 minutes. So I'm going to explicitly teach the number. The second thing I do to make sure my preschoolers know their numbers is we're going to do a hands-on multisensory lesson together. This is the same way that I teach my letters. So for the number 1, we're going to be doing a number 1 hunt and find. Everybody's going to get this paper and some markers, and they're going to circle all of the ones. Now, one thing you'll notice about this is that there are different fonts. Sometimes one has a little line here. Sometimes it even has a little line at the bottom. Sometimes it's just one big line. So on my whiteboard, I'm going to write them down and I'm going to show them all the different fonts of number 1, and they're going to circle these as they say it. They're going to say 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. This is the multisensory aspect where they're hearing it, seeing it, touching it. Okay? And I have a different activity for each of the numbers. I'll share those with you in a different video. We're going to explicitly teach the number. We're going to do a hands-on multisensory activity together as a group. And then I am going to set up a number table. This is similar to my letter tables. It's a hands-on multisensory number table so that they can get more exposure through their play. All of my centers are free choice centers, so they can come and go as they please. It's going to be set up for them to explore if they would like to. I do try to encourage them to go there. Like if you could go to the number table at least once while that number's there, but I don't keep track of it. It's just there to give them more exposure. I often have different toys and activities that they are excited and enticed to go to. Number 4 is I'm using my assessments. So I'm going to, the students that don't know their numbers yet, I'm going to pull them for small groups. So I have lots of different number games and activities that we'll do during small groups to really focus on that number knowledge. Once I started putting this all together, just a few years ago actually, realizing that I should be teaching my numbers the same way that I teach my letters, because the letter knowledge of my students usually by the end of the year is through the roof. I saw it immediately. Like I tested them before and after, and the number knowledge was incredible. So I'm going to make more videos on how I introduce numbers, what all of my large group activities look like for each numbers. I only teach numbers 0 through 10. I don't go further than that in preschool. Now again, they are going to be exposed to the higher ones, but they're not explicitly taught. And then I'll also share with you what my number table and some of my small groups look like in some videos to come.